Viewer discretion is advised. The following might be disturbing to some people. We suggest watching together as a family. Actually, don't do that. Never mind.
Europe. They realized that these Muslims want to make China an Islamic state, an Islamic country. So what do? They grab them all and they put them in concentration camps. What's your problem? What is the issue? I fail to understand what the issue is. In fact, China is actually being very merciful with them. They're giving them food, they're keeping them alive. How come no one talks about that? They give
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Right off the bat, what do we start with? We should put Muslims in concentration camps. No problem with that. And on top of that, the Chinese, the people who are doing it already, they're being very merciful. MashaAllah. Very well, very good start to this. Now we're literally 24 seconds in. And the guy and anyway, let's go. Let's just keep going, man. This just keeps getting worse.
giving them showers,
Yeah.
they're giving them food for their family. What is the issue? I don't know why people blame
You
China
like
for
to
this
be in
food war.
prison for, okay, you like to be in prison just because you're a Christian Catholic?
It's their fault they believe in Muhammad. No one told
This
them
is
to believe in
this is
Muhammad.
the double standards. This is what I'm talking about. This is the double standards.
Baby, let me tell you something. My Jesus didn't kill a fly. He didn't tell anybody to kill anyone, to rape anyone.
Did he just say his Jesus never killed a fly? Do the cops like believe in a different Bible? One that doesn't include the Old Testament?
To do anything wrong. Okay, Jesus didn't say any of these things at all. He didn't do anything in his life that was anything. Look what Muhammad did in his life. Come on, bro. Okay, so they want to believe in Muhammad, they will remain in prison. Leave Muhammad, you're a free man.
All right, so far so good. They believe in Muhammad, therefore they deserve imprisonment. Interesting. Okay. If you're a Muslim, that's a crime. You can't. If you're a Muslim, that in itself means you deserve prison time. So far so good. Mind you, these are the same people who argue things about us. Mind you, the same individual is the kind of person who will be like, "Oh, Islam teaches the oppression of non-Muslims. Islam teaches this and that about non-Muslims. Islam teaches this and that the other." And yet, when the guy doesn't realize he's being recorded, this is the way he speaks about Muslims. This is how he thinks of Muslims. You know, it's funny. The one with the guilty conscience, seems like the one with the guilty conscience is usually guilty themselves. Yeah. Let's keep going.
It's the issue. I like that deal. So I support China, and you
okay,
support China,
again. So would you imprison people?
Do you guys hear what he said? He said, "I support China." This guy literally supports, just to be clear, guys, this guy literally supports the internment, the rounding up and internment of Muslims into concentration camps. Not my words, people. I'm not doing any eisegesis here. I'm not reading anything into the tech or into his words. I'm not putting any words in his mouth. His words, not mine.
All over the world for being Muslims, even if they didn't, even if they cannot read, even if they cannot read.
If they tried to take over my country, yes.
Okay, so even the children.
Of course, what the children, they're gonna grow up Christian, Yani. They're gonna grow up as pilots and doctors. They're gonna.
Even the children. See, no, just funny. Sounds very familiar. Very familiar. Every man, make sure you get all of them. Every man, every woman, every child, every infant, probably every donkey. I don't know, right? This sounds quite. Sounds familiar. Interesting.
Grow up as terrorists, like their parents.
Yeah. So and that's why, because apparently the kids are going to grow up as terrorists. The parents are all because the parents are all terrorists. Very interesting. It's amazing what some people will say when they don't realize they're being recorded.
So what are you gonna do? I don't get it.
Yeah, listen. I am a Catholic. I am for banning mosques and banning radical Islamization, banning Tabligh Jama'ah or Muslim Brotherhood, CARE, these organizations that put the poison in people's mind. And I'm even for saying child abuse if you say, well, these guys need to be homeschooled, or we need to send them back to Somalia like Somalis do in the West. It's called the Wakan Kalis, right? I actually learned this from Clubhouse. Something very prominent, is going on. They radicalize the children because they think they're too secular, right? I would call that child abuse and put the parents in jail. Right? I will not condemn a child because he's a Muslim.
Okay, well, good to know. At least some of these guys have some heart. So all the parents are terrorists. All the parents should be put away. The kids, though, leave them alone. They're okay. They're okay. We'll evangelize them. Yeah. Well, at least some of them have some heart, right? Thank God. SubhanAllah.
I'm not going to condemn a child because she's a Muslim, or they have the potential of becoming terrorists. That's not how the world works. That's not a preemptive strike. That's a judgment of supremacy.
Khalas, wait until he grows up. He goes to the mosque, he reads the Quran, and then.
Okay, but Coptic, not every. Okay, you gotta agree with this. Okay, you gotta agree with this.
It's
right?
up to you.
You said it yourself. Not every Muslim is a terrorist, right?
Finish it.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So that was it.